Living in Boulder. Oh. Hi, Living in Boulder vlog. I just remembered I forgot to look at what time it was. It's like in the morning, 3 in the morning or something, 4. On the, but I missed yesterday, 22nd, 3rd. I missed yesterday, no, 25th. I guess I'll make this one for yesterday. Yeah, I missed it because I was just working. I guess I work and then don't want to take time off. I should have done. I need to get in the habit. I need to do a video when I get up in the morning instead of like I'm doing it now at the end of the day because I yawn less. Luckily for me, yet I haven't yawned yet. Even though it's the end of the day, I should be yawning by now. I just got out of the shower. Yeah, yesterday morning, my mom came over. She got a call that there was a leak. I guess the person above me leaked their shower or whatever into the person below me. And I told her there was no leak, but she wanted to look for herself, so she came here with my brother. But then I was working yesterday, and then, slept, got up, and I'm kind of nocturnalized, and then worked all day. So the work that I'm doing is tracing the roads of all of Boulder County, any road that goes somewhere. So even the ones that split up, just not the dotted ones, unless they're going to someplace historical or they're in the mountains. And they don't go to somebody's house, but, because it's like they go to a campsite or an old mine. But all of Boulder County, all the roads and trails, all the way to, and then as well as like trips you would want to do, like up valleys and stuff. But Boulder County, and then everything in, I guess, what is it, Eagle County? The county south of us, Gilpin County south of us, until I-70. And then the road that goes to, don't know the name of the highway, from through Winter Park, over the Trail Ridge Road, Winter Park, and everything inside of that area. So, and then there's a little bit of stuff on the other side because that's where wilderness is, of Winter Park. So, yeah, because I figured that's kind of in the backyard and it's in the mountains. It's not so far. You could do a day's trip of it over the mountains. So, that's a lot of terrain though. So I was just looking at just random roads and tracing. But I'm like completely detailed. I mean, I do it perfectly, even though when they're tiny, because when the little road's out in the middle of nowhere, it just looks so much better if you have it at the actual width, because you can show it going in out of its actual route through where it needs to go in between stuff, and you can see even the width of it when it's in the polygon, zooming in and out, looks great, even when it's really like less than a meter across. I should measure some of the narrowest ones and see how narrow they get. But so it's a lot of trails. I was doing the part around Lake Granby, and there's a lot of trails. It's gonna be awesome to see. Here come the yawns. It's gonna be awesome to look at it when it's done, because you can then see all the different trail complexes, which are all over the place, and like old mining complexes you can use as trails. It'd be fun for motorbiking too. I'd love to get a motorbike again one day. I had a motorbike for a couple of years before, a few years ago, but I only rode it like 5 times. I tried to go over Rollins Pass. I really wanted to do that, but it was like the end of June, and the snow doesn't melt until like halfway through July or something. And Yeah, I got to a snowfield and I was like, oh man, I felt like I couldn't do it. I didn't want to get stuck. Could have done it on a mountain bike, but then I never went back there. But it's interesting tracing. There's this canyon called Forest Canyon in Rocky Mountain National Park. It's a canyon that you see as you're looking south from Trail Ridge Road. And it looks really wild as you're looking at it. You know, you get this feeling like it's wild. And on the Strava World Heat Map, there's no Strava line through it. It's the only place where there's no Strava, so it's like raw. So, yeah, I Googled it, and how I found that, though, is from some person actually did go up it. And they had even the download of their trip. It was a KMZ download for Google Earth. So I traced off of that and made my own polygon from the route that person did through that canyon. So that's cool. So yeah, because even when there's places that there isn't official, because I'm also getting official trails and looking where they trace from the Forest Service site. Like when it goes through wild canyons of thick trees, you can't see the trail. I just look at the website and I look at the features, because I look at it on satellite mode. And I see where the trail goes through the features, and then I just copy it on the other side. It goes through real quick, and then I can go in with the line tool, and then I can go later and trace over that, or follow along that to find the real trail, and then just when I can't guess, and then it helps me find the real trail every once in a while. And but the ones that trails don't show up on that site, but I do want to have a trail because it's a gully, because I think every gully mountain gets its own trail. That's why I have to bushwhack it and just guess like where one would be. So I'm gonna have everything when it's done. It's gonna look like this giant, Strava heat map. My heat map is gonna look like this Strava heat map. So yeah, and it's all in the exact location. I don't know how much longer though. I kind of finished up the day before I had my shower. Yeah, looking at the Forest Service site and all the trails on it, and then just tracing with my line tool over it real quick. Following the features to go there later with the polygon tool. So that's all I'll do next. Oh yeah, and then that's what I did. Yeah, and then after the shower, I went and I started doing the right around Rollins Pass, some other like alternative, I guess the old road up, and traced that. Maybe now, but I'm getting kind of tired. I'm starting to get all these pains, like body pains, I guess, from not exercising a while. But as I've been doing this video every few seconds, right in my back, like the right side of my lumbar. It's weird. I could get through. Oh man, this map project is gonna take. I don't even know how long I've been working on it, and I don't want to know. It might be one of those things I don't finish, but like a month or something. Because after I'm done tracing and I have to organize it, I've been organizing it. I just trace randomly and then I like organize it later. But, oh, and then I have to do the line through it though, and then maybe even do the movies for it. So yeah, that's a major project, bruh. So what will happen? It will happen probably is maybe like I'll go hopefully I can go another 2 weeks at least on this, maybe longer. Maybe I can just keep going because it's really interesting. I mean, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking to myself, probably more than any other project I've ever done. Why? Oh, shit. Low battery. Oh, no. Low battery. Hang on. Oh, okay. Low battery. Low battery. Okay, here we go. I just plugged it in. I'm thinking to myself, why wasn't I doing this before? Why did I do all that other stuff before this? Because this is interesting. I should know this stuff. I grew up here. I should know this stuff. It's got like railroad and then like lost interest. I don't know what the hell. It's the weirdest thing. But now I'm getting back into it, but it's a good time to get back into it because, you need really fast internet to be able to zoom in and out, move around on Google Earth. And I just did not have the internet here until recently. So in a lot of ways, I moved in here at a perfect time. I moved in here right before the Walmart opened. I was here for the whole time it was here. I was here for when reefer got legalized. You know, like when I first moved in here, reefer wasn't even legalized. It was crazy. And then I was here for when they turned it into gigabit internet. And then, yeah. So now I'm here for, yeah, now the Google and the computers are going good. So I'm like, let's do this. Let's build it. Oh, yeah. And of course, other people too. Like the other day, I spent the second half of the day, it seemed like, downloading every single video from YouTube of, because I just YouTubed it, you know, every single mountain in this area in the Front Range, you know, and if it had a video, I downloaded every video I could find on YouTube. I ended up getting hundreds of them. Every single, like, you know, lake, if I saw a lake, every single canyon and like everything and pass and then I went over and did like every mountain biking. Some dude had a bunch of mountain bike videos, so I got all of his mountain bike videos here and other people's and then all these other people's like trips and hikes and winter trips and camping and video and like mini docs and just downloaded all of it because all at once. And then of course it was so many gigabytes. I don't know how many it was. Like the first batch was 90 gigabytes. And then I did another batch after that. So we were like well over 100 gigabytes. But the reason I did that was because when I get and I haven't even watched any of them. I haven't had the time. I think I flipped through one of them a little bit, but when I do get around to watching them, you know, like when I want to finish tracing the trails or make the videos or actually look at it, you know, like when I'm done with my project, I haven't really looked at it so much because I'm still building. When I'm done building, I can actually enjoy what I built and look at and zoom in and out, and make the movies and be like, wow, this is amazing. Smoke a bunch of reefer, and but at that point, I watch the movies, you know, that the other people made, and then match where the movies ended. And I was even thinking about linking them to my website, their videos to my website, because I'm sure they're never going to delete them. So, you know, because that's kind of the sketchy thing about linking other people's videos to my website, because then they delete it and it's like a waste of time. But I don't think they will for something like that. So, but yeah, and it'd be cool. So document, even though I'll make my own videos, but it'll be different type. And I've got really cool ideas. I'll talk about that later. But ow! See, there's another freaking pang like on my lowest rib as it connects to my fucking lumbar. Anyway, I okay, yeah, because I haven't been in a gym forever, for like a week or more. I went a few times to my mom, but we haven't been calling each other because I just been working on this. But anyways, what I was saying was, oh shit, I think I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something really important too. I oh no. I was gonna. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at it when I'm done. When I'm done, it'll look good. And then that's it, I guess. Ooh, major brain fart. Now, no matter how far I go back, I don't remember anything. Just that I want to be done. I looked at it before, and some person, oh yeah, the videos that they made. Oh yeah, the reason that I did the videos is when I finally do have the time to watch the videos. It's a lot better to watch them off my computer than off YouTube, because I mean, YouTube scroll thing works great, but it's the best way to do it is just watch it on QuickTime on your computer, because you can just scroll through the video. You know, you don't even watch the video, just scroll the video. You know, you just hit scroll and then just go through as they're walking through and see if they see something interesting, and then you find out what that is and you see what they start talking about it and just go up. And if you think it's a really interesting one, then you watch the whole thing. You know, so it's a good way to, because there's so many videos. I just want to scroll through all of them and then see if I can remember what it looks like or things that are interesting. Kind of like that Lula girl from The Fifth Element. So, but then of course to save it as well to my computer and to, you know, to have it. My external hard drive is so big, why not, you know? And you can download videos so fast on the gigabit. I mean, you can download videos on gigabit internet is almost as fast as transferring them to the external hard drive. It's just like, but and it's awesome to have fast internet for you when you upload too. I remember when it was difficult to upload. I had to like upload to my external more than my server, but now I come to my server right away. It's just even big old thing, and I just KMZ file, and I just hit upload, Control command control U, and it's like a couple seconds. I'm like, oh yeah. Hate losing stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I missed today, so I talked more right now. Tomorrow I'll do a video when I get up. Try to do a video when I get up every time. I'm just rushed, and that's why I don't do it. My kind of weakness is that when I'm pressured like I am now on this, because it's such a big project, I just want to get over with it. And I'm like, how did it take me so long to not do it? I tend to get one-track minded and not be balanced. And it even gets to the point where I don't even do a video, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, hopefully I'll do one tomorrow, because my deal is I do a video every single day, damn it. That's how I keep myself strong. Like, as in, that's how I keep myself irreproachable. That's how I keep it so that fucksticks over at YouTube don't feel emboldened to delete my channel, because I took a few days off. If I do it every day, it's kind of like trolls, like if people were allowed to comment on my channel and say I had a bunch of trolls who gave me shit every day trying to make up stuff and just get me. If I just tell me, accuse me of being a not doing anything loser, I'll just do a video every day saying I do stuff. And you kind of beat them. You don't beat them by attacking them, you just beat them by overpowering them with how much you do, by proving it. And so, that's why it's kind of frustrating for me that the comments are turned off on YouTube, because, I had the perfect idea to defeat trolls. And I think that's why YouTube turn off comments anyway for videos made for kids, because they're scared of trolls and people hate trolls. And that's their idea on to fix trolls. But my idea to fix trolls is to engage them, prove them wrong by just doing even more of yourself. And that's completely imposing on them. It's not just a very non-rude way. You're just being yourself. And if some troll wants to get offended just because you're working even better for yourself, it's kind of their problem. And I think that even they would realize that. So, anyway, so turn comments back on and do it for the kids, YouTube. So tomorrow, yeah, I've got a bunch of these lines that I did that I can just trace over and do the trails, and that'll be awesome. There's some particular segments that are really interesting that I'm really interested to look at, because they're just chock full of trails. And once you see them on the line tool, on the polygon tool that I'm making, I can then make cool little adventures, little loops I would like to do. And on a motorbike, great for a motorbike. Oh man, I'd love to get a motorbike again. I should see if I could borrow my brother's motorbike. Be like, hey, next time you visit, you should bring your motorbike. And then pick it up a month later. Just let me borrow it for a month. Just ride it every day for a month. Or just, yeah, maybe, I'll definitely buy one day. But maybe by the time I have money to get a motorbike, they'll have good enough of electric ones and electric charge. Well, I just can't, that's the problem with motorbikes, you can't charge them quickly. But maybe they'll make one that's long enough to do all-day trip. That'd be awesome. But kind of sketchy though. Because imagine something going 90 miles an hour down the track, some crazy kid, and you can't even hear the motherfucker. Fucking smashing into each other, crashing into runners and mountain bikers. They're going to have to make trails only that aren't allowed to motorbikes. Or else, they'll make smart motorbikes that the satellite computers with GPS will just automatically put governors on them. So no matter how hard you try, the motorbike just won't go over 25 miles an hour. And nobody can rig it, because if you rig it, then you get busted from the satellite tracking your GPS. But yeah, so there's so many trails, but it's still got my interest. And as I'm making the trails, I'm also finding a lot of really cool stuff. Like whenever I see a cabin, an old cabin from mining days, I trace one. Or I remember it's there to go back and trace it. I saw a mini, I could have fucking sworn, and then I didn't trace it. I know that I should have, because then I couldn't find it. But I know a basic ballpark of where it is. It's north of Central City. But a personal mini ski resort. It was and I didn't even measure how high it went up, but it was a little T-bar resort up, and then you could see somebody cut the trees out on either end. So anyways, I could at least claim that that's a ski resort and see what the people who live there think. Maybe it is. Like they'd be like, "Oh, you busted us." Oh my God, I had to talk 20 minutes. Well, there you go. There's me making up for the day. I do 10 minutes a day, skip a day, and then I do 20 minutes. Okay, so that's enough talking. Tomorrow I'm just gonna be tracing those things. It's super interesting to like I really wanted to trace the trails over the mountains because like when I'm done, like I want to make the mountains like a world. I want to make the mountains like this world, like a fantasy world. Like you make like a cartoon world, but you make it with Google Earth. Like seriously, like somebody needs to make a movie where they have a cartoon world where they show the Earth with actual Google Earth, real satellite image. But so it's like the world, like so then I can make a story up for it. And so I'm building all the cities and towns and roads and ski resorts and lifts up it. So it's like a future world, I guess. But then you make it fast world, like just different versions of it. But it's gonna be really cool when it's done because it's just gonna be littered with so much stuff, only in such a beautiful setting, And then you put the animals and everything up there, and then you want to go up there, and it's a great way to make it an interesting place to go. I can also trace the old roads that were there from mining days that aren't there anymore. There's one that we hiked the other day, last summer, and I actually want to go there, see if they're there, because I keep thinking, but then when I'm doing it, I forget. I was actually working, I was like, oh, after I trace it, I'm going to go look, and then I forgot. But it's these old mining road that we actually walked down that's not used forever, but it's like, it's been washed out, and we could see the platforms for the little village and the houses, and it's like, I want to trace those and build it, because I remember thinking to myself, let's see if we can look at it on Google Earth. And I think I did, and I saw it. Yeah, so I'm looking at it now, because now I'm in tracing mode, so I'll go ahead and trace it. For running, you can run on it. So anyways, enough talking. I'll still be working on this tracing stuff tomorrow. I mean, for another month. But, I get a lot done every day, so. Well, actually, another month. I think that's a little sarcastic. Well, another month if you include everything. As far as tracing the trails, hey, it's good that I'm predicting, because then I can go back here and watch later and do videos like analyzing how accurate I was with my predicting how long it takes you stuff. But I'm thinking at this point, at least another week to trace the trails, probably more. Let's say a week and a half just to do the trails from now where we're at now. And then after that, another week and a half. What's 4 minus 1.5, 2.5? Another 2.5 weeks after that. So another month from now until I'm done with this. And I honestly don't know if I can go that long. But it's interesting. As a matter of fact, last summer, I did a little bit of like writing for a while. I thought I did, and then I stopped. But for 2 months, for 8 weeks, because I counted, I was working on my Deep History Timeline website for 2 months. That's 8 weeks. That's a long time. It's been a long time since I worked 8 weeks on one particular project. And that's a website, which is kind of like a little bit more tedious in Google Earth. Like the time goes by slow. Actually, maybe not, but yeah. So 8 weeks. So hell, if I do 8 weeks on this, I should be able to finish it. But goddamn it, do I have a lot of things stacked up? Because the thing that I was working on before this was the patching. And if I'm going to patch all the area that I'm patching this, because at first I was going to do Boulder County, I figured out I could do that, but Boulder County and then the other counties too, Grand County and Gilpin County, and then the one north, Essex County or whatever that was called. Because I'm patching like individual houses to keep it like our original. Oh my. That's a lot of work. Maybe I'll only do Boulder County. So, all right, so that's another thing, I got to do in this long time. I don't know. Not a month, maybe a month. And then, of course, the Boulder photos, Boulder history, all this on Google Earth, Finished Atlantis, exceed 4,000 with the climbers. Rome, and then what else? There was something on the tip of my head that was super time consuming that I was going to mention. Whatever. So whatever, I'm committed. All of 2021, hell, but it's going to be a good year because I'm going to get a lot done, because the longer I live, the faster I work. Because I get better and the computer gets better. No, but mainly because the projects are the farthest along. So there's more polishing, there's more usefulness popping up of it, and more links getting made of it, and so it gets exciting. I can't wait till I get to electric and I start going, oh my God, what did I actually build? Oh my God. So I'm at the point now where like if I keep going, and another year or two, yeah, sure, maybe I blah blah all the other sacrifices I missed out on or whatever, but or damage done, but uh, I will have actually done it, So, anyways, yeah, I was talking to Kirsten the other day. That's like, I hope this isn't gonna be one of these weird ass fucked up coincidences, though. Where like a week before I'm done, it's like Google or somebody's like, "Hey, look what we did. We just like built all the roads on Google. Oh yeah, and like the history of Boulder on Google and Rome too." And I'm like, "Why the fuck didn't you do that before? That's the reason I built it, because it didn't goddamn exist." It's like, if I build it, at least give me a goddamn 6 months where I'm the only one who has this thing that needed to be built. I'm not down with that kind of coincidence. But at least I fucking called it if it happens. So anyways, because you want to feel like you're making a difference in the world. That's what makes life worth living. Why would you build something that nobody's ever going to use? So, but anyways, there's different versions of everything though, and I'm satisfied with my quality control. Not necessarily going to be good. I'm tracing perfectly over everything. Anyways, enough talking. Oh my God, now my hips starting to hurt. Yeah, like when I get back into shape, like I've gone so long and I'm so fucked up that I have to make a conscious effort, like an actual conscious effort, as though I have to like conjure up my own Mickey, or like my own coach, telling me, "Dude, don't overdo it, because I'll fucking hurt myself." Like the other day, I put 4 plates each side on leg press because I just wanted to see if I could leg press 4 plates 10 times, and so I did it fast, just concentrated and pushed it out, and I was like, "Oh, cool, I did it. Okay, cool," because I was doing them 3 sets of 10 with 3 plates, and I was struggling. That's because I was taking my time. But then I was like, all right, well, that's enough of that. Let's do another rep set the way that I was doing it before with the 3 plates. So I did it, and I couldn't even do one because I blew out my freaking right knee. You know what I mean? So, I could fucking blow out every single tendon in my body just because I go in there and I'm like listening to hard rock and I want to party or whatever. And I'm like, let's do this. Oh my God, now I'm injured, and I'm injured forever. Like last summer, I picked up my electric bike and I pulled all the tendons in my right bicep. And then like when I turned my bicep, it hurt. I can't feel it now, but it was like that forever. Yeah, like my left bicep hurts and not my right, just because of that one time. And then of course when I crashed, maybe I have that wound still right there. You can see the little patch of wound. When I crashed at like 30 miles an hour last summer and skinned my arm, I fucked up my shoulder really bad. So now when I move my shoulder around, it hurts. Like right there, boom. When I do that, it hurts. So it's like when I get back in shape, like I'm 47, I can get back in shape according to my worldview. But the problem is I have to go through this period of like, fuck it, I got to give myself a long time, at least a month, or like 3 months, where I'm actually trying to take it easy. Not with the biking or running or whatever, but with like lifting weights. And actually riding downhill too, so I don't crash, but definitely lifting weights, 3 months or whatever, a month at least, just don't try to push it, because my muscles, even though they're weak as fuck, are not as strong as or stronger than my tendons. So, yeah, I want to start off when I do work out for, like full time. It could be another 2 years. I'm like prepared for that. But let's keep this under a half hour, so I only have 20 seconds left. But I'll work out. I'll film it in my room, and that'll be fun to try to just do as best as I can to film it all the time. Film myself breaking my record. I'm curious to see how long it takes me to get stronger than I was before when I was doing it in my room. Anyways, talk to you tomorrow.